hi everyone, my name is Jessica Bella, and yes, I am a singer-songwriter. Music is one of my greatest love. One of the greatest love in my life. I was a certified pharmacist in Indonesia. Yes, that's another layer of Jessica Bella, I guess. Just like onion, full of layers. People say no to dreams, but I will say yes. That's how you make things in life. Go an extra mile.
Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Independent Musician Podcast. I'm excited today. We're here with the amazing Jessica Bell. Now, this is a new artist for me. For me, I was amazed when I had a message from Jessica's agent to say that she was really keen to come on the podcast. And Jessica is originally from Indonesia, now living in the USA, singer, songwriter, amazing talent. I'm not going to tell you guys too much. I'm going to let Jessica do the talking. So with no further ado, my name's Luke Garns, and this is the Independent Musician. Tap, clap, sing along. But please, keep it on beat.
Hi, Luke. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. Woo! Shout out for you. Shout out for your podcast. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for bringing me to your podcast. And this is just amazing because I'm here in the US and you're there in the UK, and we just here in the same room thanks to technology. And hi everyone, my name is Jessica Bella, and yes, I am a singer-songwriter, and yes, I am from Indonesia. Right now, I'm living in USA, and I am pursuing my American dream to be a singer. For right now, my music journey has been amazing. I'm started it 1.5 years ago. Whenever the pandemic hit everyone, and I was here in the US, try to Americanize myself that time, and just what. This is so weird, but somehow music got me. Music inside me just roaring really loud, and just you know what? It's not gonna stop us. It's not gonna hold us down. And yes, I'm just going strictly doing it. And right now, I'm standing here talking to Luke, sharing my story with you through my music. Thank you.
Amazing. For me and for all my listeners that are listening and your fans that are tuning in, it's just so amazing to hear the passion and how wonderfully you talk about music and what you do. As a musician myself, I just find that so, inspiring to see somebody with such passion for what it is they do. And despite the circumstances and the fact we've been through the pandemic, you're just giving it all you've got. So can you, a first question I've got for you, what's your earliest memory of music growing up?
Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you this, look. So music is one of my greatest love. One of the greatest love in my life, and one of the biggest calling in my life. That's why whenever I did several jobs in the past, it was always leading me into music. And at the there was the point where I don't know what to do next, but then people around me what you love the most outside your family, of course, outside your family. And I said music, and then they said pursue it, and I said yes, heck yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. The earliest memory, all of my family, my grandma, my mom's, my big family always said, since the very first time you can talk, you sing. So I think the earliest memory I got in me, it's just when I was 4 years old. I remember I was singing, I was in the church singing Christmas song that time, and I was the youngest person in the choir, and I was just dancing, and I was just screaming from the top of my lung. And then that's how my music kept growing and growing. And I remember when I was 8 years old, I got my first paid gig as a singer, as a wedding singer. So it was just escalating ever since. And here I am right now. It's just music really bring me so far from where I was started. So yeah.
Amazing. And you talked there about all the little jobs you had always led you to music. Can you just tell us a bit more about that? Because I know for all people that are now musicians full time, like yourself, they started from a place where they were doing other little jobs, and they knew their passion was burning behind there, and they wanted to get into it. How did that go for you?
So here's, for example, before I moved to US, I was a certified pharmacist in Indonesia.
Wow.
Yes. That's another layer of Jessica Bella, I guess. Just like onion, you know, full of layers. And I was just like, I work, you know, that type of job 9 to 5. And I feel like I felt something missing. I love to do the job. I love to serve people and, you know, dedicate myself to the community, to the medical community. But something was missing. And every time I went back home, some of my friends just like, "Hey, Jess, you want a gig here? We need a vocalist for our band to do this musical." And I said, "Heck yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it." No matter how you know, how exhausted I was, how stressful the job, music is always like an escape, a leisure for me to find myself, to comfort myself, to feel better about things that will come. So that's how it is. Like, I will work 9 to 5, but then like whenever my friend reaching me out, like, "Hey, get ready, girl, we have some gigs to do," I was just like, "All right, I'll jump into that music gig." And that's how it is. It wasn't make bigger money that time, but the feeling you had when you do something you really love, it's just you cannot compare it with anything else. So that's how I describe it. And also, and another time, I work as a radio DJ back in the day, and this radio DJ also led me to be part of local music scene back in Indonesia. So how can I describe it? It's just amazing. It's just amazing. The music inside me brought me into so many levels in life, and at this point, it's just giving so many strength and inspire people, I believe.
I love that. And you talk about inspiring people, and I so believe that it can. And even you just talking now inspires people, because there's so many people out there that want to follow their dreams and do what they love, but they don't have, I don't know if it's I wouldn't say the guts, but you know what I mean, the courage maybe, just to say, no, this is what I want to do, and go after their dream. And you've done that. And for me, I just find that really inspiring. So what advice would you give to people that want to do that?
I just want to say this, or more like I just want to sing this for myself. Yeah. Especially for myself and for everyone that listening to our podcast right now. This is a song that I wrote several months ago. People say no to dreams, but I will say yes. Dreams do come true to those who believe and never let go. Never let go.
Wow.
That's it.
Yes. Love that. So good. Your voice is beautiful. It's the first time, well, of course, hearing you sing live now. I listened to one of your songs earlier on, and I'm just trying to remember what song it was. Oh, it was "Could It Be?"
Okay.
Could it be? Yes. And I was amazed.
Could it be?
Yes, I just love the melody of that song. And that song's had a whopping 7,477 plays on Spotify. And it deserves, yes, and it deserves every single one of them. That is amazing.
Thank you.
But I love that song, and it's kind of, for me, like, instrumentation of it, it's got kind of a bit of a Bruno Mars, Versace on the Floor. And a little bit like that. I don't know what it's about it. It's got a little bit of that kind of feel to it. But your voice is just
the vibe, yes.
The vibe, yeah. But your voice just soars over the top of it. And Thank you for that little song you sang there. That is inspiring and about following your dreams. I love it. That's great. So, your musical inspiration.
Oh my gosh. So many. I would start with Queen.
Queen.
Yes. Freddie Mercury. Oh my gosh, my all-time favorite. Hey, UK, you really got some good music there. And I'll start with Queen. I remember there was the time like I spent a whole day just listening to Queen, and by the end of the day I was just like, I think I fell in love with Freddie, just by listening to their song. I was just like, I think I fell in love with them. And the next one next to it's Whitney Houston, of course. My all-time favorite female singer, with the belt, with the strength, with the soul in her voice. Rest in peace. And what's next? Of course, Mariah Carey. I love her. And Ramones. I love Ramones. And Pearl Jam.
Oh wow!
So, what else? So many musicians that has been my inspiration. But I would say also my family, of course. My family, my grandma, who has been sacrificing a lot of things to raise me. And my mom, of course, through many things in life, through hard time, good and bad time. They're all my inspiration, and also my partner, Ian. I would say in this podcast,
Shout
I
out
love
to
him.
Ian.
Yes, shout to Ian. And in general, it's just people around me. I remember even like one of my song. Could it be actually? It was inspired by the story of my cousins, my younger cousins, and even another song, "Time to Be Alive." It was really inspired by my conversation with this older lady, 80-year-old lady, who has been following me around to my live show, and she really enjoyed my music. And there was the time that we're talking about life and how COVID impact everyone, the business, the music, and we just like, you know what? It's time to be alive, and that's it. That's how the song was born. So I would say not only the celebrity, like I mentioned before, Whitney, Queen, Freddie, Ramones, Mariah Carey, but people in general, people who talking to me, people who give me smile, who encourage me to do things, they're all my inspiration.
Awesome. And when it comes to your songwriting, what's your inspiration behind your lyrical content and your song structure? You talk about people inspiring you, but
Yes.
and you spoke about time to be alive being an inspiration of people and the times you've been through. How do you kind of go about your songwriting?
Okay, so my main focus when I write a song, I wanna spread the good news. I wanna spread positivity. Like, because I do believe that music has this some type of healing power. So you don't want to mess around when it comes to music, because when that music delivered to people, it can change someone's life. So I really take this serious of how I build my music, that I want to spread something good. I want them to feel the good feeling that I felt whenever I wrote the song. So love, about joy, about being respectful to each other, and then being sharing this happiness, the kindness to each other. And when it comes to build the music, I always started with what I feel that day, what I want to feel for the day. Let's say I want to feel, of course, love. Love is always like a good source of writing music. So I try to like focus myself. Okay, I wanna, for example, amazed. Okay, so what do you think about what do you have in mind when it comes to one word of amazed? Okay, I love the world. It's not really that bad outside. I want to get outside. I want to be amazed by the world. I want to be amazed by the people, and that's how I write it.
Wow.
Start writing it, just being a bit poetic sometimes, and I write it down, and I just let it flow, and I grab my guitar, start to build it with open chords sometimes, C, G, B, but then okay, let's build the music from open chord. I will go to a bit playing to bare close chord, I would say that, and yeah, that's how I build my music. Once in a while I will start with just build the music first, build the chord first, but most of the time it will start with me being a bit poetical, about being sophisticated about life, being happy, being content that day, and just let it flow.
Amazing. And I'm actually taking notes here because I'm a drummer and percussionist myself. But I do play a bit of guitar. You might be able to see my guitar just in the back there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I always, when I try to write a song, and I have done a few times, I start with a melody. So I get the chords, and I start with a melody, just humming it along. But I love the fact that you say you start with words and trying to explain what those words mean to you in that moment, and then going from there. And that is, I've made a note of that. I've made a note of that because that's a fantastic basis for songwriting.
I think for people or friends, my friends out there that is trying to write a song, I think for me that is really working is just try to be poetical, being a bit dramatic, like in a good way, being dramatic, being silly, being happy, being at peace. That's really helping me to get along of writing music.
Perfect. And I always ask my guests this question, and you've already kind of answered it already, but I just want to go a bit deeper into it. What does, I'm going to give you a scenario. You're on stage, you're in front of a crowd, and you're singing your heart out. And you're bearing your soul. You're singing your own music. The crowd are loving it. They're closing their eyes. They're taking it all in. What does that moment mean to you as a singer, as a songwriter, as a musician? What does music and that moment on stage mean to you?
Like I said, music has healing power. At the moment when you touch people by your music, that's the peak of your state as a musician. You touching not by your hand, you're touching by your voice, and that's powerful. For me, being in, I gotta tell you this. So there were some moments on my after my live shows, some women came to me. I remember in the 3 different shows, 3 different women came to me and they cry. They cry like, one of them came like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm just, that song, particularly that song, it just make me feel, I don't know how to explain it. And that's, I would say myself, yes, the goal of being musician is accomplished when you do that. When the crowd feel the way you feel for the song, even better, bigger feeling, massive feeling, and then they cry. I mean, I would say that's the goal of me as a singer-songwriter is accomplished when I am in that moment. And
how did that exact moment make you feel? When they said that to you, how did, and like you say, that is the goal. That is the goal that we're all striving for. But how did that make you feel? Because I feel people watch you perform, they feel something, but they don't always know what it means to you.
I feel blessed, actually.
Lovely. Blessed.
Just one word. I feel blessed.
That's a perfect answer. I love that. And yeah, sorry, that's amazing to hear that. Because when I perform and when I play, I'm always trying to give something to the crowd and make them feel a certain way. And you say that that's your goal. How do you do that through your performance? Because your voice undoubtedly is beautiful. We can hear that. But how do you do that other than just through your voice? It's a bit of a funny question, but is there a performance element to it as well?
Yes, I think so. To deliver the feeling.
Yes.
To deliver the feeling from the word, from the song, transfer it to the crowd. It takes practice. Not only because of your talent, but talent combined with practice. You have to practice songs over and over and over and find the sweet spot that you know exactly. I don't know how to explain it, but over practice and practice and practice, over shows after shows after shows, you will know the sweet spot of the song that you will like, okay, this is gonna hit the crowd. This is gonna hit the crowd. This is gonna hit the crowd. And of course, like, it's not only the voice, but also you have to be connected with the band, with the band behind you or the music behind you, because that's how like you deliver songs. So it's not only like, oh, my voice is good, I can sing like high note, I can do some belt, I can do some whistle voice. It's not only that, but all element in the music, like practice your talent. You have to sharpening it every freaking day, and connecting with your team behind you that supporting of delivering the music. So that's what I believe. Practice it, find the sweet spot, play with your belt, play with your voice belt, be united with your band, and you got it.
Amazing. And that's an incredible answer, because all the artists that I listen to are connected with the band. I listen to an artist called Chris Clayford, and when he sings, he's so connected to the music. When he goes up, the music goes up. When he comes down, the music comes down. Yes. And it's like one, it's not a competition. It's just part of the whole. And that's a great answer, and amazing to hear you talk about that. I want to talk to you a bit more about what you've done in your career, because I was reading up and I see that you do weddings, you do parties, you host events. You've played for is it royalty or like? Very, very important people. And I want you to tell people that maybe don't know about all the stuff that you've done. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look. Like I told you, music brought me so many stages in life. So not only music, but I also a professional host back in Indonesia, and I am starting to rebuild that career here too. I remember I was hosting in front of like at least 3,000 guests back in the day, and I used to have my professional band in Indonesia, and I remember we play in front of very important person in our country, Indonesia. I play as a wedding singer, as a wedding host, as a company gathering, big company gathering host, and even like singing for big company in Indonesia. And I was also a radio DJ for 6 years back in Indonesia, professional radio DJ, and I was trusted to host this particular show every morning. We call it morning show, actually, for 4 hours with my partner, and it was like the highest rating back in Indonesia.
Wow.
The highest rating of radio show, because I don't know, it was just really fun. It was just really good. We just really got into the same lineup really good. And what else? So many things. I was certified pharmacist. I was certified pharmacist. I work. In the nutshell, I just love to work. I just love to work. I love to work. I love being creative. I love being, surrounded by people and just share good feeling to people. And honestly, that's really lining up with with my job as a singer-songwriter today. And here in United States, I am a full-time musician. I have my first professional album released to all the music platforms, and right now I am in the middle of producing my second professional album.
Amazing. Quick one. If you enjoy the way this podcast looks and sounds, maybe you too do podcasts or any kind of video content where you're in one place and your guest is in the other. You want to check out riverside.fm. The beautiful thing about this platform is it's not dependent on internet connection or streaming. It takes video and audio straight from your device, uploads it to the cloud, takes it from your guest device, uploads it to the cloud. They come together and down in perfect sync, so you get great video and great audio quality every time. If you want to support what we do here at The Independent Musician, then please click on the affiliate link down in the description. Sign up today and get your first hour free. Thank you. And we don't even need to talk about it. You can just hear it as you talk. All the qualities that are needed to be successful in this industry. And this is a tough industry, you know that yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But the hard work, the resilience, the dedication, the learning, the listening, you can tell that you've been through all of that. And it just resonates from you as you talk. And I feel that's going to be inspiring to lots of people watching this. So that's amazing. And listening to this, of course. Why do you think it's important to be an independent musician? You know, some people can't wait to get signed. Some people think, I'm going to get signed, I'm going to reach the stars. But you're telling me how you're doing it all yourself. You're in control of everything. Why is that so important to you?
Because I do believe music has no limit. And as independent musician, you got that privilege. There is no roof. You can go as far as you can be, as high as you can be, and it's just all back to you. How you organize it, how you want to work on it, how you're gonna pursue it. I would say that whenever you decided to be an independent musician, hardworking is one of the core, and also be humble.
Yes.
No matter how good you are, but if you don't have that attitude of humble, you're done, man. You're done. And as a implementation of that, some my musicians friend called me the girl of feedback, because I love feedback. Every time I write a song, I wanna release a music, I will just ask people around. I will go to open mic and play it and just say, hey, what do you think about this song? What do you think that I can do to make the song better? And yeah, people love to give feedback to me, and that's how I find myself to do better in music. Just taking feedback, taking criticism, be humble, hardworking, and also at the same time, you have to be bold. You have to take extra mile. When people get this mile, you have to go further.
Yes.
Because, yeah, that's how you make things in life. Go an extra mile. My partner and I always said that we have to go an extra mile. Like when people 10 miles, we will go 20 miles. Well, miles is only in US. It's still confusing me sometimes. Okay, I would say 10 kilometers, and then we just like, we have to make 20 kilometers.
We do miles as well. Okay. I prefer to work in miles than kilometers. So
one thing that's still, hey, look, tell me what stone means. Like, it's like half stone. You know, when it comes to weight, I don't get it.
So you got kilograms or stone, right?
Yeah.
I always work in kilograms, you know. So when I weigh myself, I do. But some people weigh themselves and they're like, I'm 13 stone or whatever. But I don't know. It's each to their own, you know. All these different metrics. You choose which one you want to go for, you know. And but no, I love that. I love that whole thought process of, you know, they're going 10 miles, you're going 20. You're always pushing. You're always trying to stretch the boundaries. And
yes.
And I think,
and of course, like, I mean, going to extra mile, pushing the boundary, but still, like, still allow yourself to have fun, because after all, like, we're working, but we do something we really love. So yeah, let's just combine having fun and working. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
Absolutely. And just going back briefly to what you said about getting feedback. Okay. You're going to get feedback from left, right, and centre, and everyone's going to have a different thought process. One person's going to tell you that song's amazing. The other person's going to say they didn't like it, and they didn't like it because of this, or they want this bit changed. How do you take that on board? Because you can't please everyone, and so it's very. Absolutely. So that's people be interested to know what you think about that.
Yes. So yes, I do agree with you that I cannot make everyone happy. Like, no matter how good, no matter how hard you try, there will always be people like throwing negative stuff to what you're doing. So I would just say I would find a sweet spot. Like, okay, so I will filter all the feedback, all the criticisms that I got from people, and when it try to diminish you, because you just know it when this person is just trying to diminish, try to push me down, try to being negative to me, I will just like stay back from that, and I will just focus on the feedback that can build me up. You know, like, okay, Jess, so this song, like, for example, I like this song, but maybe with this, you change the key, you change the progression from this to this, it will make it better. And I just tried like, that's good. But when people like, I don't like it, it's just, I don't know, I just don't like it. I will just like, okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate that. But I will definitely filter between the criticism or opinion that came to me that you know, that will develop myself, that will build myself, or just trying to destroy my feelings. So that's how I stand for this situation.
Amazing. And something that Ant Middleton, who's somebody who talks a lot about positivity, I was listening to a podcast from him, and he was talking about how anything negative that comes into your life, unless you can bat it back with a positive, get rid of it. And that's basically what you're trying to say there. If somebody gives you negative feedback and there's no positive light at the end of it, then what's the point in taking it on board? You might as well just let it go.
Yes.
But if they give you a negative and there's a positive spin on it, that's when you can grow and develop. So
yes, I do believe that. I think at the point when you just know, like, this person just being jealous or just being weird and just throwing bad words to me, and that's the spot that I will just like, okay, thank you very much, thank you, I respect your opinion, I respect your idea, and just say thank you and move on.
People will be really interested to hear how you go about that. And people who are just starting out and maybe a bit young to the industry, you know, young kids that are starting out, they may struggle in those aspects You know, you can imagine a 16, 17-year-old in his first gig, and somebody says, "You're rubbish at guitar." What advice would you, as somebody who's now seasoned, you know, you've done it, you've been doing it for a while, what advice would you give to those that are just starting?
Oh, this is funny because I remember whenever I came to US 2019, on August 2019, so it will be two and a half years, and I remember whenever I started to go out and just try to take part in the local music scene here in US. I remember there was a guy told me that you're not ready for the music scene here. Go back and practice. Go back and because you're not ready. You're just not ready. And I was just like, thank you. I really appreciate you. And you know what? It was becoming a whip to me. Like, okay, I will prove it. I will prove it that I am deserved to be part of this music scene. And at this point, it's just like, that's one of the things that I put in mind. What I'm trying to say, that if you want to make a revenge on bad things, just being really good at some things, just being a successful person, that's how you're well, I would say revenge is a bad thing, but in a good way. Like, if someone tried to diminish you, if someone tried to say bad things about you, just put it in your mind that at some point I can be better, and I will show the world, I will show people that I deserve to be part of this music journey, to be part of this music scene. And yeah, that's really what I put in mind, that again, that practice, and work harder, but also stay humble.
Amazing. And as somebody myself who believes everything you've just said, and I implement that day in, day out. I'm also, musician is all I do. That's my main job as well as doing the podcast. So
high five for that.
You and I are like kindred spirits, you know.
Yes.
And as somebody who believes that, it's still amazing to hear that. And I can't wait for others to hear that as well, and to really feel that energy, and to know that always believe in better. And if somebody says you can't do it, the best way to prove that you can is to keep working hard and to keep going and pushing it and going that extra mile. So that's amazing.
Yes. Like when people say you cannot do it, and well, this is my personality, I guess. When people say you cannot do it, and I was just like, oh, okay, I will do it.
Yeah.
I will do it even better. And Walt Disney once said, it's really good when you can do something impossible.
Amazing.
It's really good when you can do something impossible. I mean, yeah, for some I remember, look, whenever I started my music journey here, I cannot play guitar. I didn't have any original material. I remember I was just a girl in yellow dress, tried to sing, and I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I cannot memorize the lyric. I have to bring the paper with me. I have to sing it a cappella because I cannot play on guitar, but I really the music inside me was roaring too loud, and I said, I cannot die without this music inside me. It has to be, spread out and share it to people. And from that time until today, I compare it. It's just like, oh my gosh, I have been going far. Far and even better, level up myself. And isn't it good to to feel like it is impossible, but at some point you did it.
Yeah.
And that's what I what I have in mind right now. Like, and I believe that like it always feels good to do something impossible.
Amazing. Now, I know I'm putting you on the spot a bit here, but is there any chance you can maybe sing us a little something? I don't know, just a little snippet of something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me grab my guitar here. Only you, baby, only you, for only you. Oh, I'm sorry. I think this is out of tune. I will just sing a cappella.
Yeah, don't worry at all, because all we can hear, because you've got the microphone on, is your voice anyway. So, yeah, you go for it.
So this is my song, Only You, from my first album, Time to Be Alive. You can find it on your favorite music platforms. This is inspired by the eternal love between my grandma and my late grandpa. Only you, baby, only you, oh, only you. You are my soul, my lost pieces, only you, for only you, I say only you, baby, only you, oh, only you. You are my joy, my eternal glory, only you, for only you, only you, only you.
Girl, sing, girl, sing.
Thank you.
Wow, your runs and your vocal control is just so clear. And there, when you're singing a cappella, no instrumentation, beautiful,
Yes.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Luke.
Wow, and also to go back to your songwriting, I think why your music touches people and why you're having people in the crowd come up to you and say they're crying after a song, is because your lyrical content tells such a story. Like, even just there, I was feeling things like about somebody who I loved, a family member, a loved one, and just that connection. And that is, you're doing that through your lyrical content and through the way you sing and deliver the song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think, some people came to me like, you're a storyteller, storytelling singer. And I take that as a compliment, because that's how I built every songs that I wrote. They're telling story. Only you. This is about the eternal love between my grandma and my late grandpa. Even the song Could It Be? It is about my cousin's first love. The experience of like having this crush on someone. Time to Be Alive. How you stand up against bully. How you deal with unexpected situation. In this particular case, COVID at that time. And I think that's the perfect way to write a song, actually. You're telling story through your music, and by telling story, because people love story. Aren't we love bedtime story? Like how someone fall in love and then at the end, like, it is a happy ending. Yeah, that's a very good way to write music, I believe. And it's getting developed in me as a singer-songwriter. Storytelling.
amazing. this has been incredible. Before we wrap this up and
Yes.
just talk a bit more about you,
I told you, when it comes to music, I can talk like over and over, on and on.
That's okay. That's fine. We're here to hear, if that makes sense. We're here
Thank
to hear.
you.
We're here to listen. And for me, it's such a privilege doing these podcasts, just to be able to sit here and just hear about you and your music. You know, you're in America right now. I'm in the UK. We're a world apart. And,
Yes.
you know, and despite the time difference, it's 11:15 here. I know it's like 6:15 where you are.
Yes, yes.
And it's just amazing that we can still be here together in this room. So I want to ask you a bit more of a deeper question now, if that's okay.
Sure.
I want to ask you, and I ask my guests this regularly, about a moment in your life, or whether that's a positive moment, a sadness, a tragedy, that shaped you and how you now go about your craft. For me, I'd say I flip everything into a positive. So I've been through some negative stuff, health problems. But for me, whenever I play and perform, I'm nothing but positive. I want people to feel positivity and love. So I take those sad moments in my life and I flip them. And in my music, I give nothing but positive energy. So I want to hear from you and any moments in your life that have shaped how you approach music now.
I think the moment in my life that really shaped me into the music is when my grandma, because I was raised by her. I was raised by my grandma, live with her, and it wasn't an easy life. Like we struggle. I came from a poor family, and despite of the situation that we had to struggle with, like financial situation, all the things, I see that my grandma, my whole family encouraged me, support me like crazy to sing in front of the crowd. I remember every time we had some type of the block party in our neighborhood, my aunties, my uncles, my mom, my grandma just pushed me, go, sing, go to the stage, sing. And even some people, like, because we were so poor, we were, sometimes society seeing you just by what you have, how much money you have. Despite of that, my family just try to do something so I can stand in front of the stage and sing. So that's the moment that I will never forget, that they have been believing in me since I was a kid, that I will make it. I will make it, this music journey. And that's how I curve my way to be a musician, to be a singer-songwriter to this day. And I cannot stop to say thank you for that. Thank you to my family for believing in me. And yeah, thank you for everyone that believing in me. Thanks to you for giving me this spot. So I think that's the sweet story of my version, that how I became a singer, because through all this hard situation, hard times, the support that my family showed me is just priceless. It's just so beautiful, so amazing, so I would say so inspiring. I would say that. So yeah, that's how it is.
Incredible. And by them believing in you, you now believe in yourself.
Yes.
And now the sky's the limit, and I think that's just incredible.
Yes. The sky is the limit, and it's limitless, actually. So yeah, like at this point, I just declare it to myself, I will bring this music as far as I can be until the last breath in my lung. So that's a huge dedication. Some people, whoa, that's a huge dedication. Yes, because I am dedicated to this journey. I am so in love with my music journey, and nothing can stop me right now.
Amazing.
In a good way. Nothing, like everyone that I know, my family, my partner, my friends, everyone close to me, like pushing me to, like, yes, do it. So yeah, I will, like I said, and I would love to share it with everyone. Like, love that you have inside you, that make you capable to bring this journey as far as it can be.
Amazing. And I think those very words there, we're coming towards the end of the podcast now, and that's a lovely way to sum it up. I just want to tell people that if you want to hear more from Jessica, is it Jessica Bella? Is that right?
Jessica Bella.
Jessica Bella. JessicaBella.com. Go and check it out. www.jessicabella.com. On there's links to Spotify, YT Music, iTunes, Amazon, Tidal, iHeart, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok, Twitter. Everything is there.
Yes.
Literally,
Let's connect it. Let's get connected, my friend. Just go to jessicabella.com, and before you end our conversation, I just want to say thank you so much once again. Luke, thank you. I really appreciate you. I am so honored to be here. Thank you for giving your ears to my story. I really appreciate that. And I just love to be around positive people, to be around musicians that is walking in the same path as mine. So thank you so much once again, Luke. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I want to say thank you to you as well. I mean, me doing this podcast, for me, it's a real passion of mine. I mean, I love making music, that's my main passion, but to be able to sit here and to meet somebody like you, so passionate, so you talk so beautifully about music and what it means to you and to other people. And for me, I feel inspired right now. It's literally 11:20 at night here. And I should be getting ready to go to bed, but I feel inspired. I feel like I just want to play music all night, and that is because of people like you. So I just want to say amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
It's been a privilege. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have enjoyed this nearly as much as I have. Like I say...
Yes, one word before I go. It's time to be alive. This is our time. Laugh, cry, fail, win. It's time to be alive.
Awesome. Right, Jessica, I'm going to wrap up the podcast, but don't go anywhere. You and I are going to talk some more off air once this finishes. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. I'm sure you did. This is going to be available on YouTube for the video podcast where you can see the beautiful Jessica Bella and hear her, and on the audio-only versions where you can listen to her whilst you're driving your car, going to school in the morning, whatever it is, you can't get enough of Jessica Bella. Thank you so much. My name's Luke Garns. This has been The Independent Musician, and we will see you next time. Thanks.